Today we're going to be trying out another viral pattern, and this one is by Humble Child Co. It is Anchor the Octopus. Oh, and just a quick note, I will have all of Humble Child Co.'s information linked in the description. And this pattern has definitely stood the test of time because it released a couple of years ago and it is still selling patterns like crazy. When I went to look it up on Etsy, it says that they have sold over 80 copies in the past week. That is insane. When this pattern was at its full height of popularity, just completely going viral, I did purchase this pattern and I made my own Anchor the Octopus. Here he is. And I loved the pattern, but it has been a year since I've made my last Anchor the Octopus and I kind of want to make another one, but this time I have to make it a little bit different. So for my new Anchor the Octopus, I want to make him jumbo. Last time I used Sweet Snuggles Light, but this time I'm thinking about using some Parfait XL. So this guy's going to be extra big and it's going to be so fun. So I'm planning on using this light cream color for his body. But for the tentacles, I was thinking we might get a little bit fun and maybe do some rainbow tentacles. And I have 3 skeins of this yarn. I really hope this is enough yarn for his body, but I'm not sure. I'm kind of like feeling like I'm probably going to need at least 1 more skein. But now let's go ahead and pick out the rainbow colors for our tentacles. So before I go ahead and pick out the yarn, I wanted to show you guys something. This is a little tip for if you want to make your crochet plushies bigger or honestly even like smaller. Depending on the yarn weight that you use, like how thick your yarn is, can affect the size of your plushie. So this is the yarn that I used last time. This is Sweet Snuggles Light. However, the yarn weight I'm going to be using this time is a jumbo weight, but here is the thickness difference between the two of them. You can kind of see how much thicker this one is. So that's just a little tip if you didn't know that already. Now let's pick out our yarn though. So our jumbo weight yarn is in these 3 cubes right here. Okay, I think we're definitely going to grab a pink and I'm just going to set them all right here. We will need 8 different colors, okay? So let's see. A yellow would be good to have, I think. Little orangey, peachy color. But here's this lime green. I definitely want a light blue. I love this color. This is Sea Glass. This is Parfait XL. Oh, and I'm using a combination of Sweet Snuggles and Parfait XL. Okay, so we have 6 so far. We need 2 more. Definitely need this purple. So I don't love how bright orange this orange is, but I do feel like it does go well into the mix. So I think we are going to use it. So that makes up all 8 of our tentacles. The only one I'm worried about is this light blue. I hope I have more light blue around here in my office somewhere because I'm worried this won't be enough for 1 tentacle. But we will see. I hope so. So I have the pattern pulled up now and we are about to begin. The pattern starts with the tentacles, so we are going to be starting out with that. And if I remember correctly, I remember these tentacles confused me just a little bit the first time around. So we'll see if I have any confusion. I will of course share that if I do.
I watched a YouTube video about Survivor and I got married and stuff. And now I have 4 kids.
I wanted to go ahead and update you guys on my progress. This is how far I've gotten. We have 4 tentacles done, so we're halfway through the tentacles. These are so big and the colors are so fun. Look how big these bobble stitches are in comparison to like my hand. Like, there's 1 bobble stitch. And I also wanted to mention that it takes me around 11 minutes per each one of these guys. So we are around 45 minutes into making this plushie. So I feel like that's some pretty good progress. So I feel like we're doing pretty well. We just need to make a whole bunch more. I'm about to take a little break though because I'm going to go visit a friend and then I will be back with more crochet. I'm actually contemplating bringing this with me. So if I come back and I have some more done, then you'll know what happened. Progress update. I finished an orange and I started on a blue. But as I was hanging out with my friends, I actually ended up finishing the backs of all of these tentacles. Look how pretty. There's the back and this side. This is how long the tentacles are. They come up to my stomach. Oh gosh. Oh, and Isa just popped in. He just woke up a little bit ago. Yeah, you just woke up, huh? Let's get to crocheting. Hello there. It is beginning to get a little bit later. Oh gosh. Okay, so I finished 4 more of these. Let me grab them. I was doing some filming this morning, but I did still end up finishing 4 more of the colors. This is all of my work thus far. This is actually like kind of insane. And if you want to know what the time is looking like, I did time myself to figure this out. It takes me approximately 40 minutes to finish 1 tentacle. That means by the end of all 8 tentacles, I will have 40 times 8 equals 320. 320 divided by 5 hours and 20 minutes. That is kind of a lot of time. I feel like usually doing all these bobble stitches is kind of difficult for my hands, but I feel like something about the jumbo weight yarn has made it a little bit easier, which is really fun. Oh, and I wanted to mention that so far I've had a super easy time with the tentacles. I remember my first time I got confused, and I'll tell you exactly the point that I got confused at so that maybe it's more clear for you if you end up buying this pattern. And just to be clear, it is at no fault of the pattern at all. It was more of a comprehension issue on my end. When you're about to like begin to do the bobble stitch part, like after you do your chain, it says for you to do 3 half double crochet. And what I thought it meant for me to do was do 3 half double crochet into the same chain, but really you're supposed to do 3 half double crochet going down the chain. So 1 half double crochet per each chain. If I would have done a little bit of math, I would have known that, which is what I did this time to remind myself. Now that I have these 4 different colors done, we really just need to finish off the rest of these tentacles with this cream color, which I think we're going to run out of. I don't think we have enough yarn. With just these 4 tentacles, I finished just over 1 skein of yarn. So I think tomorrow we might go ahead and stop at Michael's. I think we might stop and see if we can find some more of this cream color. I think we might finish him tomorrow. When I pulled out the center pull from this yarn, it went pretty poorly. So I think I'm going to go ahead and wind up the rest of this yarn so we don't end up with like a gnarly knot. I knew we were gonna run into some knots with this. It's a mess. Another knot. Okay, we're coming to the end of this skein. It's time for the last skein. I was really hoping that 2 skeins would get us through all of the tentacles and then maybe we would get a little bit further, but it looks like we're gonna have to break into the 3rd. This is quite a bit of yarn barth, so this one is just about done. I just have this much further to go, then we have 2 more. Whew. Done. And now we have 1 more to go. And then there was 8. Voila! Look at that. That's insane. Our time right now is at 5 hours and 53 minutes. But yes, we are officially done with all 8. That means that it's time for us to continue on to the next part of the pattern. And for the next part of the pattern, what we need to do is we need to make the underside of the octopus, like the belly kind of where all of the different colors are going to meet up on the bottom. And then what we need to do is we need to make the rest of the octopus in this cream color. But sad news. So this little sad amount right here is all that we have left. So I figure we'll try and get as far as we can, and then I will stop for the rest of the night. Oh my goodness, it is almost 1,000 grams. Do you see that? Okay, and just for reference, each skein is 200 grams. So easy math, that is approximately 5 skeins. So the part I want to do is make this underbelly right here. And I just realized it has bobble stitches. It would be nice to have the bobble stitches match up with the color like this. You see this bobble stitch right here? What if I have the color kind of go like that, like a little slice of pie? I'm not exactly sure how to do this, but I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna give it a go. Yeah, let's just try it. Wait a second. For this, I will definitely need to know which color comes next, like which order the colors should go in. Maybe if we do this on my couch, because it has more space. Let's go over there. All right, let's figure out the order of these guys. If we go off of Roy G. Biv, then probably pink should be first, because that's the closest to red. That is quite satisfying. I wish you could feel this through the screen. So maybe I wasn't thinking this through the entire way, because I have never been attached to this many different colors all at once before. But yeah, look at this. Look how pretty though. It's pretty. Okay, it's pretty. You know, this might look like a nightmare. It's so pretty. Oh, and I am following the pattern. I just will mention, if you ever try to do this, I recommend starting with the chain 2. Way easier than magic circle for this, okay? Trust, trust, trust.
Sophie, tell me what is wrong.
It should be easy.
Dearest, gentle. Please.
It's beautiful. I have officially ran out of yarn. This is as far as I got. I just started on the very top of the head bulge. I will see you guys in the morning, and we will continue on for the rest of this octopus. Good morning. This is everything that we have achieved thus far. But like I said, last night I ran out of yarn. So we need to go to the store. So let's go ahead and hop on over there right now. Let's get in there. I bought a lot of yarn. It's been a while since I've gone to the yarn store, so I ended up grabbing quite a bit of yarn. I grabbed a few skeins that I was running low on. So I'm gonna super quickly show you what I grabbed. Soft Classic yarn by Loops and Threads. And there's a few more. And then I grabbed 2 of this really pretty chocolate color. I'm planning on making a cardigan out of these. Oh yeah, and this one is also Soft Classic. I really liked this one. And then I was almost out of this Feels Like Bliss in this like gray color. These are some of my favorite colors in Sweet Snuggles Light. I grabbed 2 more of this blue, 2 more of this purple, and then the whole reason we went there for this color right here. That means we can officially continue working. Sorry, Iso's playing in a bag. So I have some bad news. You know, I was really hoping, I didn't want to put it out into the universe, so I didn't say it. I knew this was a possibility, okay? I knew it. But yeah, the yarn, the dye lot is different, and even though Parfait XL somehow matched Sweet Snuggles, which is kind of crazy, they had the exact same shade. This Sweet Snuggles is not exactly the same. I can see a difference. I wonder if you guys can see a difference on camera. Let's see. Do you guys see it? It's these two rounds right here versus these ones up here. I really can't tell if you guys can see a color difference. It's ever so slight, but there is a difference, okay? Which is a bummer. It's a bummer. So honestly, I thought about ordering like some Parfait XL and just like hoping that would be the same color, but I don't think we should do that because it could end up being the same exact thing. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to undo this. I'll start attaching the tentacles with this color white. This is the old white. And then maybe I'll try to do like a smoother transition going back and forth between the stitches and doing different colors to try to even out the transition of the color. I don't even know if this makes any sense. Basically, I'll probably do every other single crochet with different colors and then hope that ISO! He's having fun, okay? He's having fun. I can't take the bag away from him. It's a little bit depressing, but I have hope. So here I have all of my tentacles that we're going to attach together. For right now, I'm going to start by attaching them all with, this is the old color. I'm gonna attach all of them with this old color, and then we'll gradually transition into the new shade. Yellow, green, turquoise, blue, purple, pink. This is like a peachy color, I guess. Look at that. Wow. All right, let's double check though before I continue on. All the colors, they all match up. It's perfect. It's perfect. So before I continue on with this octopus, we just need to continue in the round. We're nearly there. I just want to show you some eyeballs that we could maybe use. So I do have like some solid black. This is pretty big. Our octopus is going to be big, so we definitely want to use a bigger safety eye. Or we could potentially maybe use one of these guys. I'm kind of like leaning towards this one because it has all the different colors in the eyes. And since we're doing a rainbow, I feel like that might be good. We got to think about which ones we want to use. I'm kind of leaning towards either this rainbow one or solid black. So we'll see. So because I was crocheting in the round, you'll notice I had to keep picking up the octopus again and again. And I have to say, it is pretty heavy here. I realized I needed to start picking it up higher because I was trying to be lazy about it, but it just was not working. And oh my goodness, this was such a workout. Are you kidding me? My arms were sore the next day. I decided on the rainbow eyes. Ew, stay on. Oh, it's not gonna fit. So I realized pretty quickly that I wasn't going to be able to use my blue safety eye tool, which is my favorite tool, and I had to end up using the Amy Love tool, which is the one I have in my hand right here. And I was able to attach the eyes, but it was so difficult. This is hard. Oh, that was hard. Everything is crocheted, and you know what? I think it might be time for the final reveal. that is it, my friends. We've officially finished our Anchor the Octopus. Many hours later, about 9 hours to be exact. It took approximately 6 skeins to make this guy, 4 skeins of just the cream color, and then the other colors really didn't use too much, but yeah, we're officially done. I'm so happy. I'm so happy with how it turned out. This pattern is surprisingly low sew. I remember when I initially tried it for the first time, I thought there was going to be more sewing. And honestly, I have him draped on me because this guy is heavy. Like, my arms are tired. It's exhausting. But I think that it was totally worth it, and I'm so happy that we finished him up today, and they're beautiful and I love them. So I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and until next time, I love you guys. Happy crocheting and bye.